Okay, I know I am seriously late to the party on this one, but I have to say, a study in drowning was a great way to dive into fall. I picked this up right at back to school time, and it was the perfect fit. I don't know if you can see any, but the leaves where I am are just starting to change their color, and temperatures are starting to fall. And this hauntingly atmospheric read was exactly the vibe that I needed. In this one, Effie is the only female student at the architecture college. Truthfully, she would rather be studying literature. She's had a deep, deep love for literature ever since she met the Fairy King briefly when she was very, very small. She has, of course, been told that he's just a hallucination. Unfortunately, it's not an option for girls to study literature. She'll have to settle for what she's got. She finds an opportunity to get her reality to overlap with the life that she wants when she finds a poster on campus that's seeking an architecture student to renovate the estate of her absolute favorite author of all time, who has recently passed away. To her great astonishment, her design is the one that wins the contest, and she gets to go stay personally on this estate and meet his surviving family. Unfortunately, it's not what she expects, and she's not the only student who's already taken up residence and getting to explore what's been left behind. And it's starting to seem like her idol wasn't what she expected either. Certainly, it has to just be the stress of these revelations that's making it so much harder to distinguish between reality and her imagination, right? Like I said, this is a great read for diving into the season. Not only does it have the academic setting, but the setting once she gets to that estate has that very Cape Cod coastal Maine feel that I am so familiar with, where you have the salty spray from the ocean and that cold air hitting you at the same time. To me, that's beautiful. And I love the way that the darker themes were explored, especially as a young adult novel. Even though Effie has a lot of trauma, it's treated very realistically and delicately in the places where it makes the most sense. Likewise, there is romance in here. In fact, there is an open door scene between two characters of consenting age. The way that it is approached, I feel, is actually a very good entry into literature with open door scenes. So if you have a teen who's reached that level of maturity, or if you want to see if it's a genre that works for you, this is a really good starting point. I feel like it was very tastefully done. Like I said, I know I've been sleeping on this one for quite a while. In fact, the sequel is already out, and I am planning on getting my hands on it because I really want to see this adventure continue. I really enjoyed watching the character growth that Effie had through this novel, and I really want to see where she takes that next, both in her personal development and where her path leads. As always, there is a longer write-up of all of this available on my website at writing.hallidaynelson.com. And I want to know what you are reading too, because no matter how big my TBR gets, I'm gonna keep adding to it. Happy reading.